Right now, as you listen to my voice, we're embarking on a journey of imagination and science, weaving through the red dust of a planet that has intrigued, puzzled, and beckoned us for centuries, Mars. Close your eyes for a moment if you can, and picture a vast red landscape stretching endlessly under a pale pink sky. The air is thin, and the ground beneath you crunches with a chill, almost like a frozen desert. This world, so different yet so magnetic in its mystery, makes us wonder, could there be life on Mars? Mars, with its rusty hue and icy poles, has been the subject of human fascination long before we even knew what lay beyond our own blue and green planet. What makes Mars so captivating is not just its striking appearance, but the possibility that it might not be as lonely as it seems. Now, I love a good tale of mystery and discovery, and the story of Mars is dotted with clues and whispers, much like a detective novel waiting to be unraveled. Let's dive into our senses for a moment. Imagine standing on Mars and feeling the subtle vibrations of the wind carrying fine red dust, whispering secrets from the past. Scientists have spent years studying these whispers, piecing together Martian mysteries. The surface of Mars is scattered with canyons and riverbeds, the ghostly imprints of ancient water flow. Water, the elixir of life as we know it. This discovery set off sparks of excitement, because where there's water, there might just be life, hiding somewhere, waiting to be discovered. I remember reading about the Viking landers back in the 70s. I wasn't around, but my parents talked about it like it was the moon landing all over again. Imagine this. In the midst of bell-bottom jeans and disco fever, a spacecraft was busy digging into Martian soil, looking for signs of life. Although those first missions didn't find clear evidence, they laid the groundwork for future explorers. It was as if we were planting seeds of curiosity that scientists would nurture for decades to come. Consider the striking fact that even now, scientists are finding microbial life in the most inhospitable places on Earth, like the deep sea vents or under the ice of Antarctica. These creatures thrive in conditions we once believed were unbearable. Hearing about these discoveries makes me think of Mars. What if, beneath its cold surface, there are similar resilient life forms? Creatures that have adapted to survive in ways we can barely imagine. The Mars rovers like Spirit, Opportunity, and the newer Perseverance have been our tireless ambassadors, moving across those vast plains, uncovering secrets locked in rocks and soil. It's almost like these machines have souls, dedicated to unlocking the planet's mysteries. Each rover sends back images and data that feed our imaginations and scientific understanding. They're the ultimate adventurers, and through them, we see Mars as more than just a distant dot in the sky. But let's take a moment to think about what it means to find life on Mars. Imagine tiny microorganisms living in a gritty world so different from our own. Finding them would challenge our understanding of life itself. It would whisper to us that life is not a miracle restricted to Earth, but perhaps a fundamental part of how the universe expresses itself. It might even cause us to reconsider our place in the cosmos, to see Earth not as a solitary cradle of life, but as part of a much larger interconnected web. On the flip side, what if we find that Mars is truly barren, devoid of any life? This too could be profound. It would make Earth all the more precious, a vibrant oasis in a vast, quiet universe. It would urge us to cherish and protect the life we know, because it is unique and fragile. I once heard an astronaut describe space travel as a way to learn about ourselves, and I think the same can be said about our quest to find life on Mars. Whether life exists there or not, the pursuit itself teaches us about resilience, curiosity, and the relentless drive to explore. There's something poetic about this desire to connect with something or someone so far away. Now, as we continue to dream and explore, let's keep our minds open and our hearts curious. Mars still holds its secrets tightly, like a book that's waiting to be read. But every step we take brings us closer to understanding our universe, and in doing so, understanding ourselves a little better. What we do know is that the story of Mars and the potential life it might harbor is a story worth telling, a journey worth taking, and one that will continue to inspire and shape our imaginations for generations to come. So next time you look up at the night sky and spot that bright red dot, remember the whispers of the Martian wind, the stories told by its rivers of the past, and the silent promise that the universe is full of mysteries just waiting to be uncovered. Whatever we find on Mars, it will only add to the awe and wonder that makes life and the search for it so profoundly beautiful.